What were your last couple of weeks like? Take me through learning that you were coming to the Suns, and then just how the last couple of weeks have been getting the visa and stuff sorted out.
Well, it's been a very hectic couple of weeks, to say the least. A lot of moving around, a lot of elements that we needed to get a hold of. From getting to my visa, getting out the situation in Russia, waiting on my visa, coming here, getting acclimated into the system, getting to know everyone, waiting before, I joined the guys today. Overall, I think it's been a pretty good process.
I'm sure you've been watching the team while you've been waiting. What have been your impressions of the guys?
Obviously, super talented team, very unselfish team. They play with a high speed, just with a great energy, to be honest with you. To see the sense of awareness, the sense of happiness that this group shares, I really like that. Just from being off the court with the guys in the huddle and pregame, just to see the vibe on the bench, especially also when they play the game. I like that a lot, and I'm just, happy to be a part of it.
Iffe, nu sidder du her med NBA-banneret bag dig, og du har lige været igennem din første træning. Hvordan var det?
Det var fantastisk. Det er sjovt at se nogle af de gutter, man har set på tv, være så tæt på, og så være en del af det på første træning. Få lov til at røre bolden, være en del af systemet. Og så også her slutte af lidt til sidst og få lidt sved af. Så det var rigtig, rigtig fedt.
Overall bedre, end du havde regnet med, eller sværere, eller hvordan var niveauet?
Nej, jeg synes, det var tilpas. Det er selvfølgelig svært at danne sig nogle forventninger, når man ikke rigtig har været derude. Men jeg synes, det var rigtig fint. Det var rigtig fedt. Der er blevet taget rigtig godt imod mig. Trænerne gør også et rigtig godt stykke arbejde i forhold til at bare lade mig vide, hvad der foregår.
Sorry, guys.
How has the acclimation process been getting to know the guys so far? I know you've only been here a couple of days, so how has that gone so far?
Good and pretty quick, I would say. Like I said before, they've done a really good job of taking me in, making sure I feel welcome. Just helping me getting over the plays. If I had any questions from players, from the coaching staff, just be available, and I really appreciate that.
What are your impressions of the team and the guys so far, as far as the way they practice and just kind of their work ethic?
No, I mean they practice with 100% focus, very intensive. That comes with the winning culture. Obviously this is the #1 team in the NBA, and that shows even on the practice floor. These guys, they're very competitive. They battle it out and they just go. And also on the flip side, Coach Monty, he's very into the details, and he makes the guys pay into it. And so I really love that.
What have these past, 4 or 5 weeks been like for you to get to this point?
Very tough, very tough. Like I said, there's been a lot of uncertainties in terms of me being in Russia, deciding whether or not to stay, to leave, to come home, not being able to practice organized basketball for 5 weeks. This was my first practice in 5 weeks. So there's a lot of things that you have to take under consideration. But all in all, I think it's been pretty good.
How did you stay, positive upbeat through so much uncertainty?
That's just who I am as a person. Just in general, I'm always happy. I always try to stay positive. To be honest with you, I mean, a lot of it is also on the shoulder of my wife and also my son, because every time I come home, I just kind of forget and just enjoy being a dad with him. So, I just have the right circle and circumstances around me, and it just makes it a lot easier, I think.
So your first practice in 4 or 5 weeks, how did it feel just to lace them up again and be out here and then to practice with an NBA team like that?
It felt good. It lived up to the expectations, obviously. Just happy to be here, happy to learn. I'm willing to learn, and, just taking it day by day.
You talked about the team is talented. Monty pays so much attention to the detail. Now you get an inside look at this team, with them. Easy to realize why they're been so successful.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you can just, every time there's I wouldn't say an error in practices, but they go over things, again and again and again until they perfect it. And so these small details, they make the difference in the bigger picture. And that's why they're the #1 team. They're, like I said, their attention to detail is just at a supreme high level.
Iffe, can you take us through the thought process, if you don't mind, to leave Russia and pursue basketball opportunities elsewhere?
At the end of the day, man, the way I am as a person, I always, my priority is the safety of my family. And that was the sole reason for us departing Russia, because we were afraid that the airspace might get closed, which it did once we finally arrived back home in Denmark. So I'm happy I made that decision. But like I said, there was just so much uncertainty going on, and when you're in an environment where you don't really know how to tackle and how to handle things, it's easy to take the secure way. And not only talking from a player standpoint, but also like from my family and how they see and handle the environment.
How much of your family is staying with you in Russia during the season?
My wife and kid.
Okay. And you guys stay in Denmark outside of the season, I assume?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Is it more comfortable, more peace, I guess, now knowing they're safe and you get to play basketball again? You feel better?
Of course. I mean, there've been me all the years that I've played outside of Denmark, and my wife has my son, he's 2, so in which I really appreciate because obviously there's sacrifices on her part as well. But just having to know that you have a base at home waiting for you when you get in there, regardless of how the practice or the game went, you just kind of like, that's what, at least for me, that's like I have my safe space there in the base of my family, which I really appreciate.
What's the reaction like back home, like you coming to the Suns? You had a reporter here from Denmark.
I mean, it's been amazing. The level of support I've gotten from the entire country of Denmark, not only the basketball side, is remarkable. And so I just want to appreciate everyone and thank all the guys for supporting me and my family and sending all the loving messages, because I am aware that I'm representing not only myself, but also my country when I step on that court. So, and that's in my mind as well. Just, very humbling experience.
You've seen the first unit, in practice today, how they played, but now this one-on-one drill that you had at the end of practice shows gets you sized up against the second unit, like Aaron Holiday and, McGee also, and Smith. So, I mean, it's Wainwright and Cam coming back. So how does that help you in your confidence playing against guys in that second unit and the depth of this team?
Well, I mean, it's definitely an experience. Like I said, it's the first time that I was out there giving it a go, and that was very nice. But it also gives to show you that every guy is really talented. Every guy puts the work in and works super hard, and you just got to respect that. Like, each player has his own route, each player does his own things, and you just got to stay true to the game and work hard and, take it step by step.
If this is a group that prides itself on communication, so how much are you looking forward to the nuggets that guys like Chris Paul and Devin Booker might be able to provide you as you play?
A lot. I mean, they're both really vocal players, but especially CP3. I mean, he's a vocal leader. He's been known for that throughout the duration of his career. But just the whole team in general, man. Everybody talks. Everybody's super communicative, and that's also why you see they have so much success on defense, because they just talk. And when you have 5 guys on the same page talking, it's so much easier to know where you got to go, and knowing that the backside has your help all the time. So. And that shows on the court. Like I said, it's the best team in the NBA. So, and they are that for a reason. We are that for a reason.
Is that cool to be able to say we?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still getting used to it, obviously, but yeah, it is. It's a dream come true, and I'm just happy to be here.
Can you just pronounce your first name? Is it Iffe or Iffe?
My first name is Gabriel, but my middle name is Iffe. So
you prefer going by?
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations.